Hi everyone and welcome to July Faves and Fails, which has actually turned into July Favourites. There are no fails in this video because the fails that we're going to feature in this video today were so bad they ended up featuring in the worst products of 2022 so far video, which went live earlier on in the week. So I thought rather than doubling up in this video, I would just leave them in that video, and this one can be all sweetness, positivity and light. If you haven't seen that video already, I will link it up here for you so you can watch it a little bit later on to lower the mood. Just a little bit. Anyway, let's get on with this video. If you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new videos on YouTube every single week and I would absolutely love it if you would come and join the Pampered Wolf Pack by clicking on that like button, the subscribe button and the notification bell. Let's jump straight into the news. Firstly, I want to mention that if you are in the UK and you've wanted to try out Tatcha products without having to pay an astronomical amount for shipping and import taxes, you can now buy them from the Space NK website. Not everything is available, there's a limited selection, but you can definitely get your hands on the two renowned primers. I still haven't purchased mine yet. I will, because Charlotte Holcroft swears by the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I will get it. I've just refused to pay for shipping in the past, but now it's available. There's nothing stopping me. Second bit of news is that the BK Beauty sale finishes this evening. I think there's a 15% site-wide offering on offer. It's their 3-year anniversary sale. They always have a big sale around about this time. It is finishing at midnight tonight. So if you are wanting to pick up some of your favorite brushes, get spares, or try BK Beauty out for the first time, definitely now is the time. And last but not least, I want to mention Commodity. I did feature Commodity in my June Faves and Fails. This is the Exploration Kit, and I did mention within that video that I had fallen in love head over heels with the Milk fragrance. Well, Commodity have not only sent me the full version of that fragrance, which I am extremely grateful. They've also sent me an offer code. So if any of you want to try out any of their fragrances or try out their exploration kit, the offer code will be in the description box from here on in. So definitely make full use of that code if you are wanting to try out any of their products. But this one just smells gorgeous. Let's jump into the new stuff, and while we're on the topic of fragrances, I could not resist picking up these two fragrance discovery sets from Floral Street. These are brand new to Space NK. I've picked up the Light and Bright discovery set and also the Loud and Proud discovery set as well. Both of these have 5 fragrances in there with 1.5 mils of fragrance in each individual bottle. I actually prefer the Light and Bright discovery set, and I'm actually surprised that I do, because this one, dare I say, is slightly girlier. It's sweeter and more floral, and yeah, just a little lighter, and I really like that. I feel like a princess when I'm wearing these, whereas if you like a woodier, earthier, more punchy fragrance, definitely go for the Loud and Proud. Really beautiful. All the fragrances are gorgeous. I just love smelling different every single day of the week and just finding out what I like, what I don't like, and just picking my favorite and buying the full bottle rather than wasting my money and buying the full bottle and finding out in a day or two that I really don't like it. So I think these discovery sets are a really good way of finding out exactly what you like. I mean, if you already know what you like, you can buy the full version immediately, but I just love these little discovery sets, and these two did not disappoint. Moving on to a product that I've mentioned numerous times already this month. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills and it's the Nouveau Palette. I love this palette. This one has 5 mattes and 7 metallic shimmers. They are stunning, really pigmented, easy to blend, buttery and smooth. They're just adorable on the eye, with your fingertips, with a brush, just very beginner friendly. Really love everything about this palette, apart from this lilac shade, which I did try. Still not sure. So I have this on my eyes today. You can create the most dramatic, really quite grungy look, but you can also create something really light, very girly. You can also create something quite punchy for an evening or neutral for the daytime. Just very, very versatile. Just love it. The one thing that I wanted to update you about this palette is that I did mention that there are 3 matte shades that cannot be placed really, really close to the eye. That is incorrect. So they have to put a disclaimer on the packaging because the shadows, the pressed pigments haven't been fully FDA approved. So that does not mean that they are damaging to the eye. That means that they haven't been proved to be safe for the eye because they haven't been tested yet. Anyway, I thought I would update you. Loads of people already knew in the comments section when I'd mentioned that previously, so thank you very much for letting me know. I've done my own research, come back. That is the case. I wanted to fill you in. So it's more of a we don't know if it's safe rather than it's not safe. The Maybelline Sky High Mascara has been released in a shade that is Cosmic Black. Ultra deep black. If you like a mascara that is blacker than black, you need to test this one out because it is superb. I don't wear this on a daily basis because I find it makes my lashes a little crunchy depending on how much of this I apply, and I like a really moisturizing mascara. This one definitely isn't ultra moisturizing, but it doesn't damage my lashes either, and I really love the applicator. So it's thin enough so you don't get all of the product all over your lid space, which can be a bit of an issue depending on how chunky the applicator is. It also has enough grabbers on there to grab each and every individual lash, to keep them individual, to keep them fluttery, and yet coat each lash from head to toe. Just really like it, and I love the ultra black. Not that there's masses of difference between the Cosmic Black and the original, but I really like it. I do think it makes a difference. A lot of people ask me about my nail colour. A week or so ago, I was wearing a neon corally shade and I loved it. Super bright, really fun, very, very summery. It was actually from Nails Inc. from this pack, which is called the On the Horizon pack. I'm not quite sure how much this is. I think it was about £22. Which I think is a steal for 4 different shades, especially 4 shades that last a long time on the nail. And I really like every single one. I think when you're buying sets, you have to like each and every individual shade to make them worth your while. But the shade that I was wearing in the video is this shade here, which is called Coral Street, which actually looked a little more orange on my nail than it does in the jar. A lot of people aren't aware that all Nails Inc colours come with a removable lid. Now, this isn't just to be discarded. I actually thought that this was a design flaw when I first got it. Actually, you turn it on its edge and then you can rest your nail in the little divot and then paint your nail while it's rested on the lid, and it really is useful. And ever since I realized that that was what it was for, I've used it every single time, and again, it is very, very useful. I adore the Nails Inc brushes because they are flat enough and yet chunky enough to hold a really decent amount of polish, so that with just one brushful you can do the entire nail without having to dip back in. Also, you never get any stray hairs that go to the outer portion of your nail and smudge everything and ruin your life. Don't get any of that with the Nails Inc polishes. So yeah, all in all, love them. Another thing I forgot to mention was that the Nails Inc polishes last an incredibly long amount of time. Now, in this day and age, all polishes should be lasting you 5 days at least anyway. With a good top coat, these will last you even longer. So I'm really impressed with the longevity of the polishes. This one has a high shine finish, even though it's neon. It's slightly less shiny than the others, which aren't neon, but it still does have a shiny finish. And most of the time when you get a neon shade, it's more matte or a satin matte finish. This one definitely has a shine, so really impressed. Another device that has to feature in this video is the Smoothskin Super Fast IPL hair removal device. Honestly, this has changed my life, and I know that that is incredibly dramatic, but I stand by it. I've spent a fortune on razors in the past, and also 2 days after shaving you get irritating bumps on the skin, itchiness in places you do not want to be itchy, and scratching in a public place, if you get my meaning. Too much information, apologies already. This has stopped all of that. I used to have to shave my legs really regularly, and other areas, very fast growing hair. Not anymore. Not anymore. I just do not have to worry about that anymore. Once a week for 4 weeks is all you have to do with this device, and I will show you how you use it on the screen now. And then after 4 weeks, every couple of weeks to every 4 weeks, just as a top-up treatment. This has completely and utterly blown me away. It's super quick and easy to use, completely pain-free. It uses pulse light to zap the hair follicle, which then kills the hair follicle, stopping the hair from growing back, so you get a much less regrowth over time. Just love it. Absolutely love it. This does have a little bit of heat to it, and depending on where I am in my cycle, depends on whether this feels hot or whether it doesn't. So I think that's a hormonal thing, and my cousin said exactly the same. Because after I'd got really good results from this, I mean, I was shouting it from the rooftops, she went and bought one herself. Now, she's not getting results that are as fast as my results. I started seeing results after the first time I used it. So her results aren't as fast as mine, but hopefully she will see some more results over time. I am seeing her in a couple of weeks, so I will update you, but this has just been revolutionary for me, hands down. Best thing I've tried all year. I've tried a lot of products as well. So if you want some more information on the Smoothskin, I will put the video up here that I spoke about it initially. Lots of information in that video, but what I do want to say is that it's not going to be suitable for everybody. You have to have quite light skin. The lighter the skin, the better results you'll get, but you also need to have quite dark hair. So light skin, dark hair, and you will hopefully, fingers crossed, I know I can only speak from experience, see results really quite quickly. So I just want to mention a couple of Beauty Pie products before we move on to other brands. This first one has been awesome, and of course it's awesome. It's called Awesome Bronze. This is their tanning mousse. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did not like this when I first applied it. I applied way too much. It was a little bit sticky on my skin. It was a little bit uncomfortable. I had to apply leggings and a top. I had to sleep in those because my skin was sticking together. So it wasn't the best start. Plus, I thought it was a little bit too bronze for my liking, a little bit warmer than I was used to. I then went out for lunch with some friends, probably 5 days after applying the tanning mousse, which is super affordable on their website. I think it's only £13. They said that my tan looked really natural. In fact, they thought I'd been away on holiday. So that sparked my interest and made me want to try it again. I think application is key with this tanning mousse. I tried applying it with a brush, and I also tried applying it with some latex gloves, not with a mitt. I think you need a mitt with this, because I applied it with a mitt last night and had no issues whatsoever. So I think they're missing a trick on the Beauty Pie website, not having a tanning mitt available to buy. I would have assumed that they would have had that available, or at least sold it with the product, but that is not the case. I have scanned the Beauty Pie website and not seen one, so if I'm wrong, please do correct me. But I've bought the Coco and Eve tanning mitt, and this is velour. It is lovely. Really lovely. You feel like you're losing quite a lot of product within the mitt, but actually you're not, because it's still usable. So one pump does an entire lower leg. It's just spreads a long way because it's held for such a long time within the fabric. Smooth application, no streaks. I will link this in the description box for anybody, but I'm sure a lot of tanning mitts will do the same job. But this is the first one that I bought that hasn't been like a £1 from Saint-Tropez from Superdrug. It's the first one that I've spent more than £1 on. So much better. So much better. And it's washable. So really, really like that. And it applies this beautifully, really beautifully. Lovely golden tan. I like it. Another Beauty Pie product that I want to mention is their brand new bronzers. Now, these are lovely for a couple of reasons. One, the product is really, really beautiful. It's got a slight luminescence to it. Really lovely. Plus, this is refillable. So you can take out the actual bronzer itself. You only need to have one of these, which you purchase once, and then you buy the refills, which makes it much more affordable and also better for the environment because everything is recyclable, and you keep the packaging, which has a lovely mirror in it. It's really chunky and nice, and it is magnetic, so you're not going to lose any of the product. Even if you tip it upside down, bash it on the bum, it's going nowhere. So really well thought out and environmentally friendly. Love it. Really do love it. Goes on the skin superbly. It blends out beautifully. It is not patchy in the slightest and gives you that sun-kissed glow. Really nice. I think I've got the lightest shade. I think. I will link it in the description box for you, but slightly bronzier than I would usually go for, but very, very beautiful. And finally for Beauty Pie, you all know that I am a sucker for a scented candle. I just can't get enough. I don't want to actually burn this one because it looks too nice, it smells too nice. I just sit with it on my lap just sniffing. It is the smell of summer, and it's really, really pretty to look at. Look at that. So this has a fresh air scent. I get a little bit of coconut vibes to this, even though it doesn't say that coconut is one of the fragrances in here. Do slightly get a hint of coconut. So this has fresh air, sea salt, immortelle flower. Is that right? Anyway, immortelle flower, tonka bean, musk, patchouli, and seaweed. It just smells like summer, like when you go away on a summer holiday. You've got that suntan lotion on, you're by a pool, you've got the sand underneath your feet, you can hear the waves, and here I am in my filming room. It is just a nice little escape. Lovely. So this is a 60-hour burning candle, and I can definitely attest to the Beauty Pie candles burn for an incredibly long amount of time. I am going to have to go and burn this, aren't I? Another product that is a newbie for me that I am loving at the moment is from Bobbi Brown. This is the Soothing Cleansing Oil. It doesn't smell as strong as some of the cleansing oils that I've used in the past, so not as strong as the Bare Minerals cleansing oils, which I also absolutely love. This one has jasmine flower, white water lily, goji berry extract in here. It smells really fresh. Not so much like a spa, it's like a fresh scent. Very uplifting and invigorating, and it does the job. I mean, that's what we all want, isn't it, from a cleansing oil? You want it to melt your makeup off, you want it to melt your SPF off, you even want it to melt off your waterproof mascara. That does all of this while smelling divine. Another product that I needed to mention in this month's Faves and Fails because it is a definite favourite. It's from Huda Beauty and it's their new FauxFilter concealer. I love this. I do have my favourite under eye concealers for over 40s video coming up very soon. I know this will be in it at some point. Will it feature in the top spot? Who knows? You will have to tune in and find out. This is lovely. There's so many reasons why I like this. Coverage is the main thing. The second thing, no creasing on me if you apply in the right areas. The third thing, you don't need to powder this in place if you don't want to. I do for extra security, but you don't need to. Blends out beautifully and it's sweat resistant and it's water resistant. It's just lovely. Really, really lovely. The only thing I don't like about this is that I can't get my exact shade in this. I'm in between shades. So I've got Coconut Flakes and I've got, which is 2.7N, and I think I've got 2.1N. Don't quote me on that. I will list it in the description box. This is a must in this video. If you haven't seen the full wear test on this, where I wore this all day in 42-degree heat, I will list that video up here for you. This is from Ultraviolet and it's their Dream Screen Tinted Veil. Now, usually I do not like foundations with an SPF in, but this is the other way around. This is an SPF with a foundation in it, and it really does work. Not only as a sunscreen, because this is broad spectrum protection, protecting you against UVA and UVB rays, but this also works as a foundation as well. So if you want to apply very little of this, you still have to apply your standalone SPF, because you're not going to be applying enough of this if you want to use it as just a tint. But if you want to use it as more of a medium coveraged foundation, you can just use this on its own, because you will be applying enough of the product to get the SPF 50 that's on the bottle. It's all about quantity with this product, so be cautious if you're not going to be applying enough. But I prove in that video that you can have it really lightweight on one side with an SPF underneath it and it look beautiful, but it also looks beautiful full on SPF style, caking it on the face. Just a lovely, lovely product. So the shade that I have is V1. It's a little bit pale for me on my skin on first application, but I think it's the sunscreen filters in here that makes it oxidize. So be warned, you probably will need a shade that's slightly lighter than your skin tone, but after about half an hour when it's warmed up, it will have oxidized slightly deeper. So I can only tell you about my experience with the shade V1. Anybody else who's tried this already, if you love it, if you really didn't get on with it, do let everybody know your experiences in the comment section. But I have nothing negative to say about this. It's just great. So many people have been asking me about the Olaplex number 4C. I think they all know that I love Olaplex. I've tried pretty much every single product, so you all knew that I was going to pick this up and try it. This is their Bond Maintenance Clarifying Shampoo. Now, I have been told, because I am no hair expert by any way of the imagination, that you should be using a clarifying shampoo at least once every 10 days. If you use a lot of product on your hair, at least once a week, because this will make sure that your hair is deep cleaned and also that all of the buildup on the surface of the hair is removed without stripping out any of your natural oils, any of the moisture. Really looks after your hair and gives it a shine, which some other clarifying shampoos don't do. I really like this and it works. So my friend Suzanne did a colour run with her daughter at school. I couldn't do it at the time because B had got a broken arm, so she wasn't allowed to do the colour run. So Suzanne did it with her daughter and got all green in her hair, green powder paint, blue powder paint, pink on her clothes. She looked like she'd had so much fun. So she got in the shower that evening. Unfortunately, she washed her hair, conditioned her hair, got out of the shower and realised that her hair was still green. Bit of a problem. So I saw her, we went for a walk the day after and didn't know whether to comment on ask her why she looked like Shrek, but me being me, obviously I did, and she told me the story, so I dropped some shampoo, this shampoo, round for her the day after so that she could be de-Shreked, and within one shampoo it worked. The green was out of her hair and she could carry on with her life knowing that all was well. So this definitely works. It's amazing. And finally, this has been on my desk for a while now and I haven't used it. It's just not one of those products that I was just inspired to try out immediately. But then there was one day when I'd misplaced my moisturiser. I'd just got out of the shower. I wanted to lock in the moisture. So I picked this up and boy, is it nice. This feels lovely on the skin. So much so that Wes has started stealing it as well and using it on his skin. This is from LANCOME and it is the, what is it called? Rénergie HCF Triple Serum. So beautiful. It's got a dual pump. So as you can see in the top there are 2 different holes. Actually, there are 3 different holes in the top with it being a triple serum. Come on, Gemma, wake up. And then when you squeeze the lid and dispense some onto the hand, you can see that there are 3 different serums on the back of my hand. One is clear. Actually, a couple are clear. No, they're not. One is clear, one is slightly more creamy milky, and the other one is white. Together, oh my goodness, a very lightweight, beautiful, hydrating, plumping, smoothing, tightening serum. Just lovely. 1 pump is enough. Don't try pumping out 2 pumps for the face. Honestly, 1 pump will be enough, and this is quite pricey stuff, so you want to try and get as much out of the product as physically possible. It leaves this lovely dewy sheen on the surface of the skin, so this will tighten, soften, brighten, hydrate, it will plump, it reduces your wrinkles, as does most hyaluronic acid serums because of the plumping effect, and it will help to reduce your dark spots because of the niacinamide within the serum. Gorgeous. It is on the pricey end, like I've already said. If you already have hyaluronic acid, niacinamide and ferulic acid within your routine and you're paying quite a lot for each individual serum, you may want to give this one a go because it's 3 steps all in one. I do need to make you aware that this does have a fragrance within the serum, so if you don't like applying fragrances directly to your skin, and this is quite a punchy fragrance, I wish they'd tone it down just a little bit. It is quite strong. If you don't like that, this is not going to be for you. I don't find the fragrance unpleasant, but it's definitely there, and it doesn't take a lot to smell it. It does dissipate the longer you wear it, but it does stick around for a good half an hour or so. So that's it for July favourites. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to let me know some of the products that you've been trialling out this month. Which ones are your favourites? Let me know in the comment section. And also don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.